Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation, where today we continue on with the 2020 Major League Soccer regular season. Let's take a look. Haven't done much of anything in terms of playing games since our last episode, so we added a draw in our last episode, which brings us, after 9 games, we got 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. The old trifecta gives us 12 points. Absolute zero goal differential. So we're right here in the middle. 6th place in the Eastern Conference. That's good for the final wild card spot. So we got room to improve. We got a couple of games in hand against the top of the league. Toronto's got 12 games in hand, or they've played 12 games. So, we got some room. We got some wiggle room to catch up with the rest of the league, and that's fine. So we have finally had a full week of practice. Everybody is, on the team. Nobody's out on international duty or playing in some cup competition or anything like that. So we got a chance to get our full team ready to go. And, of course, injuries hit us. We get... it never fails with this team. We just can't get our team together. So let's take a look at our team news. Duvern ruled out of a key match, so that's no good. He is our starting right fullback, one of our best players, and now he's out for a couple of weeks. Also, one of our reserve fullbacks, Pujol, suffers a training injury, so that's no good. Now, we did get some good news. Salmon, originally at the beginning of the year, he was our starting right fullback. So he's just been reactivated from the disabled list. He's back on the squad. So he's practicing again. But the doctors want us to limit him to 45 minutes, so we're not going to start him this season. Some other things that happened around the news here. Where was it? What happened? Taylor resumes full training, but he's still on the injured list. So again, our fullbacks are sort of the sore spot right now. Not to make a pun, but anyway, we got issues at fullback. There's apparently DC United wants to come after Andre, which is a laugh. They're never going to get Andre. The only way Andre would ever leave is if he said, "I want to go to some other team," and I don't think DC United is that team. The other piece of news that happened was Petrasso got voted to the North American Champions League Dream Team. That's pretty good. I didn't know that he played that well during the Champions League, but I guess he did. What are you going to do? Goal scorer award, Anthony Jackson-O'Mell finished 3rd in goal scoring with 6 goals during the Champions League. So I thought if anybody was going to be on the team, it would have been him, but I guess not, because there were already 2 other guys who finished in front of him, so you got to assume those guys, Mora from Pachuca and Gutierrez from Tigres, you got to assume those guys are the other strikers on the list. I guess we could look at that. I don't know. Anyway, that's not too important, but just a little bit of team news to get you up to date. Medical Center, as I mentioned, we're mostly healthy other than fullbacks and, of course, Kyle Laren. He's still out for another 2 weeks, so we're going to have to struggle on scoring goals without our number 1 player. All right, so what are we going to do today? Obviously, we're going to play a game, but I decided, you know what? Let's play 2 games, because we got the old Texas two-step going on here. We're playing Houston in the first game, and then FC Dallas in the second game. It would make more sense if both of these games were away games, because then we could have our little, Texas road trip. But unfortunately, we got to play Houston at home and then fly all the way to Dallas to play Dallas the next week. But again, our schedule has lightened up, so we've got a full week between these 2 games, so hopefully, travel and all that stuff that you face in MLS isn't going to be that big of a deal, because we do have a full week to get out there to Dallas, so it should be all right. All right, so let's go to the match preview. We are the favorites at home versus Houston. Now, Houston, you might recall from last season, is the team that we beat for the MLS Cup for the championship. So they might be, inclined to have a little bit of revenge factor against us, and we'll see how that works out. What has Houston been up to this season? A lot of draft picks. They had only 2 super draft picks. A couple of kids from their academy, a couple of free agents. They picked up Tyler Miller. Interesting, 27 years old. He's making a name for himself right now in the real MLS as the goalkeeper for LAFC, and he's doing a pretty good job out there. Made some big saves. He's let in a few goals, but he's making some big saves. And as far as goalkeepers go, he's kind of young and inexperienced. 27 years old isn't that young, but in real life, he's like, 24? Something like that, 25. Anyway, he's an inexperienced goalkeeper who's found his place, I think, in LAFC, but we'll see. Then they did pick up a couple of transfers, some proper transfers. One from Penn FC for $155,000. They picked up John McCarthy, 27-year-old American goalkeeper. So Houston is, trying to shore up their goalkeeping for sure. Michael Lansing, they also picked up a sweeper keeper, so another goalkeeper. So we're going to have to see which one of these guys plays in goal against us, and this could be sort of an issue. Houston might be having some problems goalkeeper-wise. Let's see. There we go. There's their problem. They traded Chris Seitz, their number 1 goalkeeper, and their first-round draft pick to Portland for Alvis Powell, 25-year-old fullback. This seems like a bad trade. There's nothing wrong with Alvis Powell. He seems fine. Decent physicals, good mentals, sort of average technicals, 25 years old. Why you would trade your number 1 goalkeeper and a first-round pick for this guy? I don't know. For a fullback, it seems like a bad equation. Like, if he was a striker, sure, maybe central defender, a really, really talented midfielder, something like that. Or even a younger prospect. He's like 20 or 22 years old, something like that. A guy with room to grow. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know about this. Then they also traded away Lyndon Gooch and a second-round pick to NYFC for Francisco Calvo. Left fullback, so they've got their fullbacks covered, apparently. He's much better. 27-year-old Costa Rican. He's a better player. Heading, marking, tackling, all better. Physically, pretty much the same. Mentally, pretty good. So, okay, Houston has definitely shored up their fullbacks, which, in my opinion, it's a lot easier to get a fullback than a goalkeeper. But, what do I know, I guess. They traded away A.J. De La Garza and $70,000 for a couple of draft picks. That seems like a bad trade as well. De La Garza is a pretty good player. 32 years old now, so maybe it's not so bad. Then we got, they traded away Chris Klute. They traded away Tyler Townsend. So we're facing a whole new Houston Dynamo team. All right. Let's get right into it. Get to the team selection and see what we got going on here. So on the bench, we got Vasquez, Romero, Dupuis, Piet, Gilio, Salmon, and Lutweiler. So we got a couple of strikers on the bench, and we'll see how they do. But we got a good starting lineup here. Boxall is moved into that right fullback. We're going to keep Salmon on the bench just in case. Maybe we should switch that around. Maybe we should put Salmon in for the first half and then bring in Boxall. Is that a thing that we should do? That would take away one of our subs automatically. No, let's leave Salmon on the bench just in case, and we shall submit that team. So we'll see how this reconstituted Houston team does. They've got Miller in goal. All right, so he's going to get his chance to start. They still have some familiar faces. There's Iago. There's Calvo playing central defense. Zimmerman is still there. He hadn't traded him away. He's their highest rated player. Powell at the right fullback. Seren, Cabezas, Elise playing the left-hand side. Normally he plays the right-hand side. They got Manotas over there. Martinez in the middle. Kyoto up top. Interesting. He played the left wing last year. So they have shuffled their lineup around. He's their top goal scorer, most assists. So he's been playing outstanding for them. We're going to have to keep an eye on Kyoto. Meanwhile, we've got Thiago in goal. Pantami on the left fullback. Boxall on the right, as you saw. Bruno and Giguere back in the central defense. Those guys have become our number one pair. They are solid as our number one pair. They've been starting all season. Bruno even taking the captain's armband today. Andre and Ramos in the midfield again. Petrasso, Mane on the wings. Jackson Amel and Mendez up top. We're going to get our first... Well, you're going to get your first look, maybe, at Mendez at striker. So we'll see how our panic buy signing plays as a starter. Let's see. The media have given you a lot of credit, so go out there and put on a good display, I guess. Sure, why not? Opposition instructions. Definitely close down on Elise. Martinez. Manotas. I'm going to not close down. Well, no, Kyoto's got all those assists, so we'll close down on him as well. Fullbacks, we'll let them prove themselves. We'll see what Powell and Iago get up to. He's not that big of a threat coming forward. Iago is, but he's, I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go. Get to the tunnel talk. How much of a boost is Benitez's absence to your chance of winning? We'll let the assistant answer that. So not a big crowd today for Houston. This is weird. Our fans only get up for Eastern Conference rivals. It's strange. I mean, maybe this is just a midweek thing, but you'd think they'd be happy to come see the MLS Cup rematch, but I guess not. I don't know what day it is. Maybe it's middle of the week. Maybe maybe there's circuses in town. I don't know what they do up there in Montreal. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be playing 2 games, so we should probably drop down to key highlights and just figure that out. Elise with the first shot of the game. Thiago makes the stop. They're going to get a corner out of it. We'll see if the key highlights kick in after this. Andre heads it out. Looks like Mane got fouled by Elise, so that's a good job. Nice. Not going to call it a dive, but, you know, good job. Actually, Mane is not very strong, so he could easily get pushed to the ground. Only a 5 strength. He's improving, but still only 5 strength. He's improving all overall. So this is good to see. A lot of our guys have been improving. So I'm very, well, I guess not Petrasso. We should probably sub him out. I don't know if he's getting tired or what. Maybe it's gone to his head that, you know, he made that all-star team. But anyway, a lot of our guys are looking pretty good. Here's Thiago with a goal kick. Let's see what goes on here. Zimmerman wins the header. Hard to get past him. Cabezas. Looks like Houston's going to try to get the ball downfield. There's that man, Kyoto. That was that a stop? That was a stop. Man. Goalkeeper came way out on that one. Here's Martinez with the corner. Another foul. No? Yes, no? No, yes? Just out of bounds. Okay. So that was a deflection. Here's Seren is going to take the kick now. Interesting. He's going to send it in. Headed out by Mendez. Ramos chases it down. Junior, let's get it going. Jackson Amel on the counterattack. Is he by himself? Looks like it. He's got to drop it all the way back to Pantami, who just bombs it forward for Mendez. And Mendez gets the foul. Let's see who's going to take the penalty kick. Yeah, Jackson Amel is going to take that penalty kick. Captain's going to come out and protest, but no good. Here we go. First PK. I can't remember another penalty kick in the regular season this season, so Jackson easily scores that one, and we're up. His 7th goal of the season. I like it when my strikers score. That's what this is all about. They probably shouldn't have gone to the Houston section, but, you know, Not a large Houston section either. I guess there's not a big rivalry between Montreal and Houston. Maybe we can build one if we keep meeting in the MLS Cup every season. That would be good. All right, so we're just about, there's the 30-minute point. Looking pretty good. Our ratings are, okay. 6.8, 6.7, 6.6s. That's all right. Mane's got a 6.5. He's our lowest rated guy. Trying shots, but they're coming from long range. Okay, so we'll make some changes there. I guess we have to go with our assistant coach a little bit more when we're not able to look at the full highlights. We're not able to really get an idea of what's going on. There's Ramos gets one into Andre. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm recording on the first Saturday of the month, which means we're going to have air raid horns or, emergency sirens going off, because I do live near a school. Live near a downtown area, so we got the old emergency training first Saturday of every month. We just had a statewide fire drill. I don't know if other states do that. I assume they do. Or, if you live in a province, I suppose, if you're in Canada watching this, is there a province-wide emergency drills? I don't know. But yeah, it's like every school and every state office had a fire drill at the same time a couple of months ago. Maybe it was just last month. Yeah, it was just last month. Anyway, I'm not far from pleased. We're okay, right? We're up a goal. Been so confused. I'm mind flooded here by these sirens. I don't know what to do. Happy with your performance. Let's go. End pep talk. Analysis. What do our coaches say? Jaguar's been booked. All right, we'll tell him to back off. Struggling with numbers in the midfield. There's a shocker for you. Consider an alternative plan to crossing. It's just not working. Whipped crosses. All right, that's something I can get behind. I can get behind that. All right, so we're going to work the ball in the box. Going to whip the crosses through there and maybe retain possession. Let's give that a shot. Start the second half. I mean, maybe we shouldn't change anything being up 1-0, but I got to figure Houston's going to do something differently. Zimmerman tries to get it past Jaguar. Oh, yeah. Analysis. Jaguar, so you've been booked, so hold off there, buddy. Calm down there, buddy pal. All right. Boxall's playing all right. Our central defense isn't playing too good. Mane's not playing good. So we could bring somebody in for him. I mean, we have Dupuis on the bench who can technically play right wing, but I'd much rather have Romero in there. And basically, I brought Dupuis in just because he wants time off the bench. That's one of the things we promised him was time off the bench. So maybe we could bring him in. I don't know. There's Pantomime with a nice steal. Jackson Amel. He's going to launch it forward. Mendez, not sure if he's onside, but he looks like he is. Okay, that was fine. He muscled his way to get to that ball, so that's a good start. Houston's looking a little tired. Cabezas, anyway, 61%. Powell with the yellow card. We got 7 shots to their 8. So it's a pretty even game so far. We just got the one penalty. Junior Ramos gets it forward to Andre. Great pass forward to Jackson. Not a good shot. And Tyler Miller on the spot. I mean, he had a whole goal to work with, and he fired it straight into Miller. So, great pass. Not a good finish. He does have the goal, though. Petrasso now with a 6.4 as well. So our wingers are not playing well. So let's do a wing substitution here. This might be dumb. But we're going to take Petrasso out on the left, and we're going to bring Dupuis in on the right to play the wide target man. Why not? I mean, it's probably not a good idea because we already have a target man, but c'est la vie. I don't know that really applies, but hey, got to get Dupuis in somewhere, and we can't bring out Jackson Amel. He's our only goal scorer. Even though he did miss that one shot, we're not going to take him out for missing one chance. 82 minutes. The clock is just rolling now. They've moved up a little bit their formation into more attacking. What else can we look at here? Match stats. Nope, that's the same as above. Action zones. There we go. So our possession seems to be working. We're controlling a lot of the ball, but here is Houston coming up on 3 minutes of stoppage time. They send one in. Bruno. Oh my God, what was that? Bruno just totally got beat to that ball. I thought he had that for sure. Owen comes up and steals a point on the road. Farfan came in. Bombed it forward. Bruno a little late reacting to that. Martinez to Owen. Lax defense right there. Andre is looking tired. This is going to be the end of it. 45 seconds overdue. Martinez sends one in. Owen gets the header. Seren's shot is blocked. Cabezas sends one in. Thiago. I mean, you can't blame Thiago for letting in that goal. That was a bang play that should not have been made. Bruno should have got there. I'm upset with that play. Boys are going to hear it from me. I'm going to lambaste them. I'm not sure about that saying, but I'm going to do it. Assertive. Far from pleased what I just saw. All right. So, oh, come on, Bruno. Bruno, my man. Not pleased with what I saw from you. I'm doubling down. All right, he's unhappy, but fired up. So, all right. You're going to take the captain's armband, you're going to take the heat, my man. That's how it works. All right? I know you're kind of new to the squad. You've only been here for like half a season. Maybe 3/4 of a season. No, half a season, because he was here for the last quarter of last season and the first quarter of this season. That's 2 quarters equals a half, last I checked. So, it's pretty weird for him to be taking the captain's armband, but we've had weirder people take the captain's armband before, so that's no problem. All right, so what we're going to do here, that gives us yet another draw. Moves us up to 5th place, though, in front of Orlando City. 2 points now behind NYCFC. 3 points back of Toronto. We're going to pause it here, come back for the FC Dallas game, and then we'll take a look at old FC Dallas, see what they've been up to this season. All right, so pause. Okay, we're back, and once again, it's another week, another injury. This time it's Mane, a right winger, damaged Achilles tendon, out 3 to 5 months. So that's actually a pretty big deal because Mane has been starting most of this season at right wing, so that's kind of a big blow. But luckily, we've got the depth to deal with that. We'll look at it in a minute. Victor Cabrera also got injured a little bit, so he's a little iffy right now. Carl Salmon back from injury, so he's iffy. Logan Pujols still injured. Kyle Larin still injured, but now he's been brought off the disabled list so that once he is healthy, he can come back and play right away. But that caused a little bit of a roster issue. Namely, we had too many players. So we waived Mike Wynn. Unfortunately, he's been, he wanted to get traded. We promised him we were going to trade him or, transfer him somewhere. But unfortunately, nobody wanted him. And MLS has a weird transfer window, so there's a lot of teams out there in the world who their transfer window's not open. So we just didn't have a lot of options of where to send this guy. And we needed room on the roster, so Mike Wynn, you're out. Sorry, buddy. It's been nice knowing you, but we'll see you later. I mean, he's still out there. He's cleared waivers, so we could go pick him up again if we wanted to. But I don't think we want to, so no problem there. So again, injuries, just a week, and, it changes the dynamics of our team. So here we are, FC Dallas. They are at home. They're favored at home, 5-4. They're in inconsistent form. We're in decent form. We got 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss in our last 5. They got 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5. So that seems better to me. But I guess if you look at our last 3, we got 2 draws and a win. They got win, draw, loss. I guess that's win, draw, win, draw, loss in their last 3. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Got to watch out for Christian Coleman. He's got 8 goals this season. Heading is not their strong suit. Once they got rid of Zimmerman, I think their back line has suffered a little bit. Now they still have Hedges back there, but Hedges has to be getting a little old. And speaking of FC Dallas, they've got head coach issues. We've been getting reports all week from the media asking if they should fire their head coach. And who is their head coach? Dominic Kinnear, former Portland Timber coach, who came in just in time to see FC Dallas's dominance fall. As you remember, from 2017 to 2019, they won 3 straight supporter shields. And then, unfortunately, Dominic Kinnear comes in and they drop off to 13th place. Yeah, 13th place in the supporter shield. So the fans are getting a bit restless in FC Dallas. They're calling for his head. We'll see what happens here. What is that smell? I don't know. I don't want to play this game. What's that smell? It's weird. I don't like it. All right. Anyway, it's distracting. Again, the first half of this video, I was distracted by sounds. Now I'm getting distracted by smells. This is no good. This is chaos. All right. So we got Vasquez on the bench, and the injury to Mane has caused us to move Romero into the starting lineup, which caused us to bring Edwards onto the bench. So that's fine. That's a good rotation right there. I'm happy with Edwards coming off the bench. That's no problem there. Then we got Dupuis, Piet, Giglio, Salmon, and Lutweiler. Dupuis came to us this week and said he's fine with the amount of playing time he's getting, so he's no longer frustrated, so that's good. So let's submit our team, and let's go. It's so weird. It smells like cat litter. I don't have a cat, so I don't like that. It's no good. All right, dressing room. FC Dallas has an interesting formation here, a 4-2-2-2 wide with 2 defensive midfielders. Interesting. They got Bingham in goal, Ziegler, Acosta at the fullback. Interesting that in FM, Acosta is, I mean, let's face it, he's a better fullback in FM than he is a midfielder, but in real life, he's a midfielder. They've stopped experimenting with him at fullback. Anyway, Hedges and Douglas Growley in central defense. Gruezo and Lucas Marquez in defensive midfielder. Gonzalez, Michael Barrios is still there. There's Coleman and Arudi up top. That is a formidable striker combination up there, so we got to watch out for those guys. Meanwhile, we got pretty much the same lineup we had. We got Thiago, Pantami, Boxall at the fullbacks, Bruno, Giguere, Andre Ramos Jr. in the midfield. I'm going crazy here. Petrasso and Romero at the wings, Jackson Amel, Mendez up top. All right, let's see if we can close this one out. We were unable to close out Houston. Good luck, go out there and pull off the upset. Okay, whatever. Opposition instructions. So I don't know that I like this shortened highlight business. I don't want to close down on their defensive midfielders, just their wingers. All right, let's go. I don't know that I like it, but for the sake of the video, we're going to keep it going just so the video isn't like, 2 hours long. All right, let's go. Let's get a nice road win, or at least a road draw. Houston was able to salvage a point on the road against us. But, we're testing ourselves right now against the Western Conference. Houston and Dallas are both good teams, so we'll see how we stack up. Jackson to Ramos. Interesting touch. Mendez wide open. Easy goal right there. Wow. Wow, that was too easy. Not a big supporter section over there. A couple of blue shirts, but not a ton. We are in the blue, by the way. They are in the home red and whites. Ramos just picks out an easy pass, and Mendez just... I mean, I don't know what their... is that their left defender? Is that Hedges? Was that Matt Hedges we beat? That doesn't seem very Hedges-like. But I guess it was. 30 years old now. I mean, he should know better than that. He's still a really good player. 6 caps for the U.S. team. 15 heading, 13 marking, 14 tackling. He should have been able to keep up with us there, but I guess not. And then Bingham was just a sacrificial lamb on the back side there. Here's those strikers coming forward now. Rudy to Coleman. That is a dangerous combination when they do that little twist in the middle there. Switch positions. Take the defense with them. All right, so Groley got a yellow card. Coleman also has a yellow card. Their defense isn't playing too good. Ours is playing okay. Junior Ramos playing really well, of course. Got that assist. Mendez with the goal. Here we go. Jackson Amel tries to get it forward. He sends it straight to Ziegler. Grazo to Gonzalez. Here comes FC Dallas on the counterattack. Rudy. Here, Rudy. Is Gonzalez going to get forward? No, he's going to get it forward to a Rudy. Coleman is there in the middle. Heads it over. Again, those two guys, man, they are so dangerous working together. Coleman, though, currently has a 6.4 rating. He's just physically so talented. Mentally pretty good. Technically is where Coleman falls off a little bit. 26 years old, only 13 finishing. Only 7 first touch. That's his big problem. Max Arudi, he's inconsistent. I don't know what it is about him, but he is definitely inconsistent. Other than that, he's pretty good. Good speed, determination off the ball. Excellent work rate, good technicals. Max Arudi should be better. That's, I think, everybody's opinion of him, but we'll see. One of these days he might put it together. Here's Petrasso trying to get it forward. Oh, great pass to Mendez, but Ziegler... Good, bad play, and he gifts Mendez a second goal. That's 2 just easy goals for Mendez. Ziegler makes a great play and then a terrible play. And I don't know, maybe that was Bingham's fault. Because it looked like he dropped it off to the goalkeeper. I mean, this is a great pass by Petrasso. Right past the defense. Ziegler, good play, and then he tries to tap it to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper stands there like a lunkhead and gets scored on. What's this Bingham character like? 30 years old, $1 million. He's pretty good. He's better than that, that's for sure. He should have got that. Maybe he's not match fit or something. I don't know. That was just a bad play all around. That gives us our second goal. 2 goals on the road is pretty good going into halftime. Last game against Houston, we messed with stuff. This game, we're not going to mess with stuff. We're going to test the theory and see, do you leave it alone or do you not leave it alone? We'll listen to our podcasters, right? I think it was the 5-star potential podcast. We're going to listen to them and say we're not going to mess with anything. Very pleased with the performance. Keep it up. Let's go. Second half. Okay. Mendez has the yellow card. Don't like that. But we'll see if he can contain himself. Oh, Ramos almost had him. There was just a little bit of a mistimed play right there. So Mendez got the unassisted goal on that one. That was a defensive assist, unfortunately, for FC Dallas. So the clock is probably going to roll now. We got 9 shots, 5 on target. They got no shots on target. That helps our goal differential for sure. Petrasso sends one in. Coleman heads it out, but Mendez is there to send it back into Andre. He's going to take the shot. Nice. Nice goal from Andre. Listen to the crowd roar, I guess. I don't know. Oh, we got a large supporter section. We got a large away section. I'm not sure what that's all about, but hey, good job. And then Andre, you know he likes to shoot the ball. So he finally makes one. Good man. And that causes the FC Dallas to plummet in the ratings. Ziegler drops to a 5.6. Groley 5.9. He's been switched from right side to left side all of a sudden. 61 minutes down. Gruezo with a throw-in. Coleman murdered by Andre, but FC Dallas continues to get the ball. Hollingshead is in the game now. Costa may have been moved up to midfield, perhaps, with Hollingshead coming in at the fullback. Boxall, good play to Thiago, who calmly boots it forward, gets it to Mendez. He's got Jackson Amell, but he loses the ball. And Mauro Diaz starts the counterattack to Coleman. He beats Bruno, and he beats everybody. Coleman gets one back. That was a decisive counterattack by FC Dallas. Mendez just sort of has a brain fart. And then that turns into instant offense, and there we go, Coleman. All right, boys, let's settle it down. Let's not get crazy here. I thought about taking Mendez out after that, but maybe I should take Jackson Amell out. I mean, Mendez has 2 goals and an assist. I don't know how you take him out. Coleman centering pass to Acosta. Acosta has definitely moved into the midfield now. Boxall, another good defensive play. Another ball forward to Mendez. Chips it ahead to Jackson. He can't beat Gruezo to the ball. And here is FC Dallas on the counterattack again. We got plenty of guys there to go get the ball, but nobody does. Bruno finally chips it forward for Mendez. He's going to get stolen again. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Here's Mauro Diaz on the run. He's got Coleman for the goal. Saw that coming a mile away. Okay. Tactics. Let's make some changes here. Let's slow it down. Control, work the ball in the box, look for underlap, slow it down. It's probably a bad idea to make all these changes, but we're doing it. We are doing it. Mendez again with the turnover. Groley. I mean, I'd kind of like to take Mendez out. Coleman, yikes. I mean, that was just too easy. We can't have that. Is our defense looking like our defense is looking okay? I mean, we should be winning this game handily. Look at these ratings. They're all pretty good. Ugh. Let's give our boys a calm down. How about that? Haven't give the calm down command in quite a while. Usually it's just, encouragement or concentrate. Those are my 2 things that I say. All right, here's Thiago. Bomb the ball forward. Mendez going after it. Here's the battle of the yellow cards there. Mendez and Groley. Junior loses it. Mauro Diaz on the run. Can't get past Jaguar. Drops it off to Thiago. Gets it to Mendez, who heads it all the way back to Boxall. Ramos Junior. I need to change his name to just Junior. I mean, he's Junior. All right. Jackson. To Pantami. He's going to, not take any chances. This is what we want our guys to do. 83 minutes. Making some nice passes. I don't know why the crowd is cheering along. There's Jackson Amell. Beats the defender. Sends it in. And, wow, Mendez. There's something wrong with his goalkeeper, man. He should have got that ball. He is not coming off his line for anything. He doesn't care. I mean, this should have been a routine sort of bad pass into the box. It's deflected. Goalkeeper hesitates, and Mendez gets his hat trick. Gets a 3rd gift of a goal. That's just weird. But hey, this is why FC Dallas didn't win the Supporters' Shield, I suppose. They're making bonehead plays like this. Great play by Boxall. Gets the header to Romero. He's going to slow play it a little bit. Past one tackle. This is good. This is good, Romero. Got lots of space. He centers it. This time, Bingham comes out and gets it. He still didn't come outside of his box, but he did come out far enough to get the ball. Giguère with a great win at midfield. Petrasso has it now across midfield to Junior. Gets it forward to Mendez again behind the defense. Ooh, he just missed that one. Going for his albatross. Trying to get 4 goals in a game. 4-2 is still pretty good on the road against FC Dallas. I'll take this. Pantami with the throw-in. Decisive throw-in to Jackson. I like that. Petrasso looking for somewhere to give it. Andre centers. Junior sends it forward. Jackson can't get there. Acosta's too fast for that. Looks like Acosta's back at fullback, but he fouls it up. What is going on? FC Dallas looks like they're in preseason form. Mendez. Offside. Offside. Denied his albatross by the linesman. Actually, it was the deflected shot from Andre, I think, that got him offside. I think if that shot wasn't deflected, he'd have been in prime position to score there. This Junior gonna sort of dribble around, drop it back to Boxall. He's gonna bang it forward. He's got nowhere to go with it. Mendez doesn't particularly want to go there. He's gonna wait for Ziegler to mess it up, and he does. And he sends it to Jackson for the goal. Wow. Wow, I have not seen a professional team play this poorly in the regular season. We're 10 games in, boys. 10 games in, 12 games in for some teams. Maybe even more than that at this point. We'll have to see what FC Dallas has been up to, because it ain't been match fitness, I tell you that. They are just bungling the ball on the back line. Ziegler, a 5.3, 34 years old. I mean, if you don't have some 18-year-olds who can do better than this, your academy is not worth it. Okay, I take it back. This is just the Bungle Bowl. Is that Ramos who tackled that ball away from Giguère? So there is... Yeah, Giguère just sort of misses it. Wasn't prepared for that tackle from Ramos. Now it's 5-3. Hey, it's an exciting game for the fans. Andre is out there dying. Probably should have substituted him out. But, yeah, this game has been a bit of an embarrassment. I mean, it's fun when you score goals, but I don't feel like any of these goals have been earned. They've all been just bungles on one person's part or another. So we got 15 shots, 8 on target, 5 goals. That's pretty good percentage. I will take that any day of the week. They got 10 shots, 3 on target, and 3 goals from 3 on target shots. So I guess that's an even better scoring percentage right there. They had 14 fouls, 2 yellow cards. Just sloppy game. Fun game, but sloppy. Let's, good performance, so don't let it go to your heads. All right, they seem demotivated from that. I don't know. I didn't like the way that was played. FC Dallas handed us that game. We didn't win that game. They lost that game. So let's not get too excited about that. Maybe it's their coach's problem. This could be it. This could be sort of evidence that when you have locker room issues, when you have coaches who are in turbulence, causes your team to play pretty badly. Because from the outside looking in, that was an unprepared team. Team that was not ready to play today. So, yeah. Let's send our assistant there. Class C Mendez, 3 goals, 2 assists for the new man. Good job. You were superb in front of goal. Keep it up. All right. It doesn't get much better than that. 9.5 rating, 5 shots on target. Yeah. That's a pretty good. Okay. So that win jumps us up to 4th place. Where's FC Dallas at? FC Dallas is 11th place in the Supporter Shield, so they're a pretty decent team. Where are they at in the Western Conference after that debacle? They are not. They're out of the playoffs right now. So that shows you the difference between Eastern Conference and Western Conference. If FC Dallas was in the Eastern Conference, they'd be tied for first place. So, Western Conference is a little bit tricky this season. No, they wouldn't be tied for first place. They'd be tied for third place, but still, it's pretty good. Columbus has started to take up the banner here in the Eastern Conference with 20 points now after 11 games, so they're looking pretty good. But anyway, we've moved up to fourth place. We're solidly in playoff position now, so not a lot to worry about. We're just going to keep on keeping on with the schedule. I don't know how much I like this 2-game stuff. I mean, it's fun to get 2 games out of the way and see 2 teams, so maybe that's how we'll do it. Definitely won't come back for Philadelphia. We've seen too much of Philadelphia. Maybe we'll come back for a doubleheader with Minnesota and Sporting KC. We haven't seen much of them in the last couple of years. I don't know. We'll see how that works. And then we got the Canadian Championship coming up, so we'll come back for that as well. So until then, until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.